So, why do you call all of your solo piano albums Dance of the Morning Child, M-O-U-R-N?
Well, I named it after one of your poems. It's actually my favorite, one of your poems. That poem kind of deals with my younger interpretation of grief and how to process grief and stuff like that. And my piano playing really is a manifestation of my emotion. It's how I process my emotion. And since that one poem was really sort of indicative of your perspective on how I deal with grief from an early age, it seemed like an appropriate title. But more importantly, to me, it feels more like a way of honoring you and the fact that you've always been so supportive of me as an artist and as a musician from day one. You recognized that I had all this inside of me. And I always looked up to you as an artist and the influence that you have over people in this world. And I've always, of course, loved your poetry. So I think that it's really overall just a way of honoring the way that you planted the seed for me. Anyone may have some artistic ability in them or this and that and the other, but if you don't have a parent or two parents that are supportive of that from day one, then I feel like your chances of making it are less. And so I feel very grateful for that you were always there for me and that you were always so supportive of my music and supportive of who I am as a person, and so there you are. It's to honor you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so that, needless to say, camera and people looking at this fills my heart a lot, and I love him and I love his music. So I have another question for you. Okay, so you're used to me your whole life as somebody who writes poems and teaches poetry, and then all of a sudden 4 or 5 years ago I started including visual art, and now in the last year or so sculpture. And do you have anything to say about that?
I think that true art is created as a reflection of what's inside of one's soul.
Okay.
And so it makes sense to me that you as an artist, who's been an artist essentially your whole life, would evolve or grow or transform. And this or any way I could see you picking up an instrument, but the fact that it's a visual art form and that's grown from your poetry makes sense to me, because your poetry, of course, is always telling stories. It's always telling something personal to you. And now you have a visual representation of that. So that evolution makes sense.
Well, that makes sense to me, because for me it feels like one flows into the other. It's all the same stuff.
Right, and it's not like you've stopped writing poetry. You
Right.
still have that. It's just that's been the tree, and now your visual arts are kind of the flowers that have bloomed.
Well, thanks, babe.
You got it.
You're the best.
You're the best. You're the best dad I could ever ask for.
You too.
Thanks.
Well, Wordsworth, the child is the father of the man. I mean, your commitment, your relentless, obsessive way of going at your musical life is an inspiration for me, and has, just made what I do just certain in those moments of doubt, and I have them. That's what, for me, Keats called it negative capability. It's the ability to, in effect, despite the doubt, to carry on and persevere and to incorporate the doubt. And anyway, I'm just saying, you're just as important to me for what I do as you just described me for you. And so there you have it. It's a love fest. We're not arguing. What a day.
We never do that.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that I can return even a fraction of the inspiration back to you that you've given to me.
Thanks, Weedy.
You know, and you've instilled within me the importance of using any artistic ability that I may have to better the world and touch people's lives and to influence others. And I just want to leave a legacy on this earth, and I want that legacy to honor you, and
Thank
because
you.
you're my dad and you're important to me, and your art is important to me.
Appreciate it. Means a lot to me. Keeps me going. I think we did it.